Welcome in, everybody. Tonight I got Shyron. There we go. Shyron, I got you unmuted. We are going to have a good night, a little bit of interview time here, nothing major. We'll probably try to stay on for like 30 minutes or so. But, man, Shyron, it's good to have you. Heard a lot about you from the Gridiron crew. You are a big man on the field, coming in at 6'3", 320. I know you're ready to roll.
For sure.
It's good to have you tonight, though, man.
Man, I'm excited to be on here.
Hey, I appreciate it greatly. Always love some Mississippi folks as well. So I know you're from Mississippi. So that's another thing. Hey, more the merrier is what I say. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from a small town called Corinth, Mississippi.
Understood. A little more north than where I'm at right now. Well, man, coming in, are you excited for this season?
Man, I'm stoked. Had a whole year to prepare and everything, and I'm just ready to get back on the field.
So you're heading off to the Steamwheelers, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty exciting, man. I know I seen your signing, I think, in October. Is that correct?
It was somewhere around in there.
Gotcha. Well, dude, let's talk a little bit more about you, if you don't mind. Get to know you a little more.
So, me personally, I'm a outgoing guy, very motivated, hardworking and everything. Yeah, it's basically just how it is. I'm kind of like a character. I can be goofy, I can be serious. Simple things.
Understood. You a big family man? How's that?
I'm a big family man. I'm married. Got
Gotcha.
a little girl and everything. Yeah.
So yeah, you're a family man. I could kind of tell by the way you held yourself talking to me at first. That's awesome, man. Did you get married right out of college, I guess?
It was kind of in college. It was about a year and a half after being in college.
That's cool. Well, congrats.
Appreciate it.
They say you find your wife in college or you don't normally get married. So congrats to you, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Well, I mean, tell me a little bit more about your background in terms of playing. I know you kind of start with your high school experience and then kind of work your way up from there, if you don't mind.
All right. So I've been playing football, like travel league and everything, ever since I was like 8, 9 years old. It's kind of like a thing in my family. Everyone has to play something. And then, started off at my original school was Biggersville, which was kind of like it's kind of like a village community. And then I wound up transferring and getting heavy into football because, my football coach was my cousin and everything. So he pushed me hard to just play football and play sports in general. And then, going up in high school, I wasn't thinking I was going to be, one of the more dominant players. But then I met basically my mentor, William Stewart, and everything. He built me up, kind of tore me down a little bit, started showing me good techniques and everything because he was a past arena football player himself. So he kind of saw something in me, put some effort into me and got me out there playing. I know in high school I started out playing like right tackle, right guard, and things like that and everything. And later on started transitioning to defensive end, which I kind of started loving defense more anyway because, who doesn't love to hit people?
More action for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. You get to score touchdowns, fumbles, make the big plays and everything. I know after, my senior season and everything, I wound up getting like first team All-State and everything and
Awesome.
recorded like 102 tackles in one season. So yeah, I was definitely across the leaderboards now.
It sounds like it, man. So that was for defense?
That was for defense.
What made you roll into offense? Because your offensive line, that's pretty specialized in what you do.
Right. So, yeah, defense was always fun, but me, I don't like running that much.
No big man does, my friend.
Just give me about 20, 30, maybe 40 yards down the field, just blocking someone. It's just always fun just being able to dominate people each play, Get your hands on somebody, move, and actually make plays that way too. I just love doing dirty work.
Yeah, I watched some of your replays from 2019, and you had multiple scenes where you're just pancaking guys. So it's pretty cool, man. I like the angles, being able to work your feet. People don't realize how much skill it actually takes, especially when you weigh 300 pounds.
It takes a lot.
So coming in, you all stayed up in high school, defensive end. You went forward into O-line. Did you sign on college for O-line?
Can you repeat that?
Did you sign in college? Like when you signed, was it O-line?
Yeah, I signed to play guard at Northwest Community College.
Gotcha. You may have to. Is your phone propped up? It may be bouncing that echo off. There you go. It may be bouncing it off the bottom. Yeah, there you go, dude. It's good now. Yep.
Yeah, but I signed on to play at Northwest Community College as right guard /
How'd
center.
that go?
So I know when I first went in and everything, you know, they had like older people in front of me and everything, but they expected me to come in and play. I know leaving out of high school, I was good size, but still kind of underweight and everything. So they wanted me to pack on some weight. So I showed up at about 315 and everything, and I came in, took somebody's spot, and they started me at right tackle.
That's awesome, man. So going there, I mean, you were a starter on the offense? Did you start every game from then on?
I started every game, man.
So that was
time I haven't started.
Wow. So this was a year or 2 years of playing time there?
This was 2 years. I went for a full 2.
Gotcha. And then you rolled on to
Southeast Missouri State.
SEMO, baby. It's close to my home areas. So very, very close to my heart, man. A lot of people never even heard of it probably, but
I never really heard of it either until they started coming down and visited and everything.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. If I wouldn't have lived in that area, I would have no clue where Cape Girardeau, Missouri is. No clue. I know the closest thing to there that location wise is like Lambert's. Sykeston. Good place.
I love Lambert's though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same here. Throwing them rolls. So tell me about your time at SEMO, man. I mean, how was your playing experience there? I mean, just give me a rundown on it.
So I know when I first came up here, it was kind of tough, honestly, because it was the starting of COVID and everything.
Got you.
You know, I showed up in the best shape ever, you know, doing good, having workouts and everything. And then COVID hit. I kind of hit a little bit of adversity then because, you know, I picked on like 30 pounds. It was hard to lose it at that point. Just felt sluggish and lazy. So I had to work extra hard to kind of bounce back and everything. Because I know then we played, I think, one game in the fall against SIU and everything. And they kind of just threw me in there at center. It was just like, yeah, you need to learn this in like 2 weeks so we can play you at center. It's like, wow. So I went out there, you know, done my thing, and I wound up getting hurt that game, but I played a good 3-4 quarters.
So you can play center as well now, or was that just kind of something you were trying out?
I can play it now. They kind of started me at center for the whole spring season.
Gotcha. Oh, man, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They played me a little bit of everything. Guard, center, tackle.
I know coming into like the AFL or IFL, like having multiple skills under your belt is going to help you, you know, keep whatever spot you got going forward. They really like the guys that have different capacities to play so that they can run different positions and not have to worry about it, you know?
Right.
So that's a really good thing for you. You know, the being able to play these different spots is going to work out to your favor.
I even thought about going back and playing a little bit of defense too.
Just the fun stuff for sure. Like I said. I mean, coming in for the Steamwheelers, you're looking to play O-line, but not center, correct?
I'm looking to play wherever they need me to play at, man.
Got you. So you're still kind of waiting, and then you're going to hit the ground running when you get there.
Hit the ground running hard.
You've been training every day, waiting?
Yeah, I've been training at least 6 times out the week.
That's good, man. That's good.
Trying to stay up and just ready for whenever my name's called, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Totally understand that. Are you in Mississippi currently?
I'm currently in Missouri right now. That's why I've been staying there with my wife and my kid.
Gotcha. I guess Cape Girardeau area.
Kind of on the outskirts of it.
I'm real familiar with that place, man. I'm telling you, I lived there for years, and then when you coach in the small schools down there in that area, you're driving to different places like Cape to play them all the time. So I mean, there was always some time that I was in that area or coming. So that's whenever they offered this interview, I was super excited just to have someone that, you know, I can relate to a little bit on that note.
Right. I will say the one thing I don't like about Missouri is the weather. You can never predict the weather right up here.
Yep. The Boot Hill's that way, man. Down south, it's rough in certain areas. And I tell you, honestly, I've lived in Arkansas as well, and it's very similar. You know, unless you get south, and even this year it's been questionable with that, but unless you get south, you know, it doesn't really improve much. The best part about it is getting a little bit of snow up there in Cape, but then you got all those hills and all that junk. That's no fun. I remember.
Definitely got snowed in. I wasn't going nowhere. For real.
All right, we got some comments coming in. Let's see. I'm gonna get you to answer a couple questions if you don't mind. XFL Mike G said, "Can you dead snap? Coached my nephew since he was 8 to play center."
Yeah, I can. I can do all kinds of snaps because I know back at JUCO, they actually had me doing practice at center. So they had me doing all kinds of different snaps and everything and different techniques. And then when I first came up here, they had me doing a little bit of dead snapping at first before we just went just straight shotgun.
Shotgun's the way to be, man.
It is. I actually love it. I will say my one struggle point I had to overcome was snapping on the center, though. But I've kind of perfected it, and I got way better at it.
Yeah, it's working around the different guys too, like different QBs and such. I bet you learn, you know, people's tendencies and how to snap correctly and what you need to do to make that ball get in their hands as well.
You definitely do.
Let's roll on. So you up in SEMO, you had another 2 years there, correct? Or 3?
So counting COVID year, I basically had 3.
Gotcha.
I know COVID year was about 8 games, and then after that, we just started the regular season that later on that year. Which the first year? Oh, my fault.
Oh, you're fine, man. There's a little bit of delay, so no problem.
I know first year we didn't really do that good, but you know, second year we wrote it out all the way to I think the first round of the playoffs and everything, which we almost made SEMO history, winning 10 games. We wound up going, I think, 9-2, 9-3.
Man, I've know someone from my area in Missouri that played, but I think they were out of there before you got there. He was a receiver. His name was Pete. Yeah. Oh, if you knew who it was, you'd know who it was for sure. No worries. But before your time, he was there, and back when he got there, they kind of changed the face of that team, if I remember correctly. You know, they started having a more winning culture. You know, things have changed a lot, but this was probably 2014, I'm thinking. So yeah, it's a long time for you got there.
Yeah. I didn't get here until the end of 2019.
How'd you like it coming from Mississippi, at least? I mean, was it a big change?
It kind of was in certain parts, especially with it being like right by the river. So, you know, you get like a lot of cold winds coming through them, and then they have you up at 5 a.m, still frost on the ground. Yeah, it was definitely not fun. It definitely wasn't.
He said he's never going to Canada. Nope. That's funny. I don't blame you, man. The cold, I don't like the cold either at all. You get used to it when you're up there, but it doesn't get better.
It definitely don't. We was out there in like 3-4 layers of clothes. It still wasn't working.
It's so windy there too, man. I remember. Yeah, we used to go there for camps and everything when I was in high school. So I've threw up on that field quite a few times, that practice field. All right, let's roll into some more like just thinking questions, if that's okay.
All right.
So tell me, how do you approach adversity? You know, if something bad happens to you, whether it be on the field or off, how do you handle that? How do you approach that?
I approach it all the same way. I treat it when it first happens. I treat it as just taking it in as a learning lesson, and I just don't let my emotions get the best of me when something either is good happening or bad, and then I just attack it with the best that I can, with the best of my abilities.
Very humble and honest answer right there. So you'd say you keep both of those for on the field and off the field, correct?
Yes, sir. Both sides.
Cool, man. That's a good answer. Seriously. We had some more questions. Let's roll into the questions. Jay said, "Which one would you say is the most fun, getting a sack or a pancake, if you had to pick one?"
Honestly, it had to be getting a pancake because literally, when you pancake somebody, you can do it all night. They might switch up on something for the other offense where you can't get the quarterback, but when you get to pancake someone, you can talk the most stuff, lay on top of them, make fun of them, anything.
Spread eagle. Yeah, it's a good time for sure, dude.
It definitely is.
Most of the defensive men that I knew, I mean, they like to hit. They like to be mean. Whereas most of the offensive men, they liked more of the skill aspect of it, if that makes sense. I feel like, but to each their own, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go with another question from Jay. He said, "When you were a kid, what team did you dream about playing for?" Oh, that's a good one, Jay.
Ooh, it is a good one.
It doesn't have to be football either, dude. It can be anything.
So believe it or not, I was kind of a baseball fan a little bit. I always wanted to play for the Cardinals because, Albert Pujols.
It's a bad man.
Oh, he was. I definitely wanted to play baseball, but I didn't see baseball kind of working out for me. So that's when I kind of went to football, and I became a Detroit Lions fan.
Got you. So you liked them before they got hot.
Yeah. Kind of liked them because, Calvin Johnson and everything. I always wanted to, block for the quarterback and to see him just score and everything.
Okay, let's roll into some more questions, dude. How would your former coaches describe you? If I went and asked them, "Hey, how's Shyron? What's he like?" What would they say?
So I'm kind of a goof on and off the field. So, I don't really talk that much, but if you just come and talk to me, I'm kind of a goofy person, just very outgoing and everything, which I don't talk that much unless you talk to me. So some people call me shy, even though like I'm not that shy. I'm very kind of social, And then I'm just like the kind of person that leads by example. But if I need to be a leader, I can be. But I'd rather just show people how it's done.
Understand that, sir. I'm right there with you. That's that lineman approach to life, I think.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm not kidding. It's you start blocking for people and doing things a little different. It definitely changes the way you think. 100%.
It definitely does.
Got another question from Jay. He said, "Was it difficult at first transitioning from guard to DN?"
Honestly, it wasn't as hard as what people think it is. Because, as a guard, you had to have good hips anyway whenever you have to pull and have to just switch on the linebackers or either safeties where people is quicker. So at the end, it's kind of the same transition, but you don't have to think as much. You just have to, hit a certain gap and read certain like hand movements or how someone gets out their stance. So it was kind of an easy transition for me.
Yeah. I'm from talking with you. I'm guessing you're an athlete though. Are you pretty good at most sports, regardless?
Yeah, I was pretty good at a couple of sports, did track and everything. And I went to state every year I played track. I just kind of threw,
Yep.
What comes with the bill and the string.
Yep. Throw disc or shot?
I threw both.
Got you. So you must have some good hip movement there, man. That's it. To be that big, you must have a lot of power.
Got to. It come from all them freaking power cleans and deadlifting they had us doing, which I try to do like powerlifting and everything like that also. But it kind of interfered with basketball season, so I didn't get to do it as much.
Understood. Now you meaning during high school?
Yeah.
Got you. So once you got out of high school and you hit football in college officially, that's kind of what you've been doing since then.
Since then, that's what I've been doing. I
That's
play
cool,
basketball a little bit on the side, but football is the main priority.
Understood. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you're good at it.
Yeah.
All right. What's some of your IFL goals? I mean, what are you hoping to get out of playing this season?
So I'm looking to. Everyone wants to win a championship, but it's easier said than done.
Yep.
But I want to go in, show people that I can actually dominate on a professional level, and just get more experience, learn new things. You're never too old to learn something.
Never too old, ever. A lot of people think you are, though. Wait till you hit 30, man.
And I wake up some days and I feel like I'm about 50.
How old are you now?
I'm 23 right now.
Oh, yeah, bro. Just wait. Just wait till 30 hits.
It's coming.
My friends always told me that, and, I just kind of shook it off. Like, shut up, y'all are dumb. I take care of myself. I'm good. No, it ain't true. What's some of your playing goals? You're hoping to play O-line, but you're definitely hoping to start. I would be no other reason to play, correct?
That's correct. I'm hoping to come in, start, be one of the better players on the team, hopefully be a leader.
That team has some strong fans, I know, man. So I think you're gonna fit right in with your dedication.
So I heard they are definitely 110% behind their players every step of the way.
Yes, sir. I can say that's when I first started kind of getting into this scene. This was the first team I heard of for real. It's just because they have winning culture. We've got a good fan base, and it's pretty popular. Now that I'm in the scope and realm of what's going on, I can see a lot of teams support their teams, or a lot of people support their teams as well. But man, coming in, I was thoroughly impressed watching those Steamwheelers games on YouTube and seeing people commenting on the groups.
Which they have some great players.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think you're gonna have a good season, dude, for real.
Hope so.
All right, we got some more questions. Jay's dishing them out. Good job, Jay. Oh no, this one's from Hannah. Hannah said, "What is your biggest goal in your football career?"
What is my biggest goal? It's to make it to the highest level that I can. I want to show people that I can easily play at the highest level and dominate in anything that I can do and play anything.
Got you. So you're just ready to roll. You're taking the opportunities as they come.
I'm ready to go. Going to pro day and everything, and I didn't have the best numbers, but also was kind of coming off an injury and everything, and people started shying away from me. Didn't think I could do what I needed to do in the trenches, but that's far from the truth.
Understood. So that was last year, correct? With your pro day? All right, cool. So you've had a year off, train, get better, and be ready to roll.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Just had it's very common. I talk to y'all athletes, and I say y'all because every one of you I've talked to from this era, those COVID years really screwed y'all up. That's something that I've noticed with every single person I've spoke with. If they played, recently, that COVID time, most of the time it threw you off. You may have got an extra year of playing time, but then again, it threw you off your game. So I've just noticed that repeatedly over and over again.
I also feel like it kind of helped out in a way too. Like
in more time.
Yeah. It gave me more time to, just experience stuff and just learn more. Which, I wasn't in the best of shape, so it gave me time to actually get back to where I needed to be the best I could be.
So did y'all train pretty hard, during that period?
So it was kind of on and off. We'll go to training hard. It was 2 a days, but not 2 a days. We'll be up there all day, weightlifting to running to, having certain meetings. But, we'll all wear masks and take proper protocols and everything. But if someone tested positive, everyone had to be on lockdown for a week or two.
Ooh.
So it was just back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all.
Most definitely wasn't.
Okay. So, I mean, in terms of questions, I've asked all the questions I'm going to ask you besides this one. And unless they have some more questions in the comments, we'll go ahead and hop off after this. But I mean, just kind of share what your future goals are. I know you said you're just trying to make it to the highest level you can, but I mean, what about in your real life? What's your goals for your future?
So future goals for me, I want to retire early and then retire my family early. So, making it to a highest goal gives me a little bit of money to, invest or put money where I can make money. Because, I want to make sure that my kids have the best future that I didn't have, have anything that they need and anything that they would want. My mom, dad been working all their life and just, working themselves down to the bone. I want to make sure that they don't have to work anymore either.
Very respectable, man. I mean, that's a hell of a cause, seriously. Some people may want the fame and the money. You're just saying, hey, I need some success to get my family by, to make that step up to a different lifestyle,
Right.
That's respectable, though, seriously. You got a good head on your shoulders, dude.
Hey, a little bit of success can go a long way if you know what to do with it.
Amen to that, brother. Amen. All right, we got some more questions. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to share on your future, though? I mean, that's a hell of an answer. I just want to check before I move on.
It pretty much sums it up.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Oh, so XFL Mike G said, who do you model your game after?
Ooh. I have to take this one back old school. I kind of model my game after Larry Allen whenever he played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Gotcha.
Literally, he was a monster whenever he played. He'll pull, just take people off their feet. And he'll let you know that they was coming. I don't care that people know. I'm just still going to try to go kill you,
Dude, there's nothing scarier when you're on a field and you see a pulling lineman coming at you as fast as they can. I don't care what you're doing. It's intense.
Hey, it's either get hit or get out the way. It's one of the two.
Well, I learned to go after knees at one point. Yeah, dude. I can attest.
I'll tell you what, out of my whole career, I've only been cut twice.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
People can never make up their mind that quick, so it's either they're going to get hit or either they're going to move out the way. It's one of the two.
You probably hit them so hard that first time they don't want to try that. They just move.
Hey, never shy away from contact.
Yeah, dude, I used to love pulling. I remember that like it was yesterday. Everybody moves out your way and you go straight down that line, taking some heads out.
Oh, most definitely. It's the funnest part.
Yep.
Get to be in open space.
Yep.
Different people to hit.
Make that ski block.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crucial. People, as you get older, being a football fan, you really see the whole point in having some great, solid offensive linemen. When you're younger, you don't really notice that as much. It doesn't click as much, in my opinion. But I know now at my older age, man, you can't have a team without having quality linemen, whether it be offense or defense. You got to have those guys on the field.
You got to. You got to have someone to do the dirty work and protect anyone.
Hanging out in the trenches, baby.
Yeah. So the games are won.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Agreed. Okay, we got Jay with another question. He said, who was your biggest rivals in high school and college? Any trials and tribulations that you would like to share?
Ooh, biggest rivals. I would say I had to take this back to JUCO. So my biggest rival would definitely have to be like East Mississippi.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is that scuba, right?
Yeah, that's scuba.
Yep.
I just met some of this because they always got like big name people or
Mm-hmm.
either big bounce backs and stuff like that. So I always try my hardest those games. So it was just the biggest rival games. It was the first time I actually got put on my butt too. I would say, but never again after that.
I mean, they've always had studs, even far back as I could remember. You always heard about them, and that I went ahead and researched it before we got on just to see what all community colleges were in Mississippi. Just that, and from my reviewing of that, they're one of the top community colleges in the state in terms of athletics. Correct?
They are.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Where was East Mississippi? Where was that at? What city?
It's in school in Mississippi, East Mississippi.
I'm sorry, West Mississippi, the school you went to.
Oh, Northwest. It was in San Antonio.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I wanted to ask. I'm sorry.
Yeah, even though it was a little country town, it was more to do than it was in Scuba, though.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
People don't realize how small Scuba is until you drive through it, and you just drive through it. That's it.
You just got a gas station and one place to eat. It's about it.
A lot of folks wouldn't understand what the rural environments of Mississippi look like. They think they know, but they don't know. They don't have no idea.
None at all.
All right. So, XFL Mike G was responding to your statement earlier about Larry. He said, "Cowboy fan here, best to ever do it."
Best.
All right. I think that's going to be it for us, man. I mean, anything else you want to say before we hop off the air? It's been a pleasure having you on. Good interview, nice and sweet. I mean, it got me excited to watch you this season for sure.
Hey, I just appreciate you for having me on here. Hey, hopefully sure, I can excite you some more with the upcoming season,
Yes, sir. We'll be watching. We'll be watching for sure, man. In terms of your socials, so you got Instagram, you don't have Twitter or Facebook?
I also have Facebook. It's just my first and last name, just Shyron Rodgers. And then my Twitter is Shyron_Rodgers.
Okay. I've had it flashing throughout the show, and then when I post it, I'll post everything in the notes. If people want to follow you, they can just click the link.
Okay. Yeah, you can also follow my Twitter at Shyron_Rodgers or either my Facebook, even though I don't use it that much. But
understood. Hey, question real quick before we hop off. When do you know when you report for training? I mean, do you know when you go?
Yeah, I leave out March the 7th.
Gotcha.
Because I know our first game is March the 22nd.
Yep. So I was curious about. I looked that up as well before. I didn't know if you guys were, starting this month or next month.
Yeah, it's more next month.
Gotcha. Well, I'm excited for you, dude, and you picked a hell of a team to go play for, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in that championship this year.
I hope so. Hey, all the way to the top.
I appreciate you again, Shyron. It's been great.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We'll see you again soon, my friend.
All right, see you.
Bye-bye. All right. Great interview. Appreciate Shyron for that. Spending his, what is tonight? I can't even remember. Thursday. It's Thursday night. It's been a crazy couple weeks for us. But yeah, man, Shyron, good luck in your season this year. Appreciate the conversation. It was great getting to know you. Mississippi boy too, as well. So good luck to you, sir. Hopefully get to catch you at a game at some point. I can't promise, but I'm going to be trying to attend some of those games this year in different places. So good luck, man. Seriously. Saturday we'll have the Canadian football. Oh, my Lord, I can't talk tonight. Sorry, guys. It's been a day. Saturday we'll have the host of the Canadian Football Countdown on. They are partners in with us. They cover the CFL in whole. It should be a pretty good interview. Check it out. Get to know them a little bit more so you guys that do listen can check their stuff out once CFL season hits. It's going to be pretty crazy going from spring football with UFL and then indoor /AFL And then we got CFL. So it's going to be a pretty crazy year. So they're kind of who I'm going to use to keep up with everything and share all their information. It's a good group of guys. So I look forward to that. Check that out. 7:30 p.m. Central. Tuesday, the UFL Insiders comes back. We'll have Horns Forward podcast on. Another partner sharing all their content, just networking, just affiliating it out, man. We're getting it done. Should be a good interview there as well. They've got a big group, so I'm excited about having all them on. It should be solid for sure. They're a good time. Anytime you watch their show, it's entertaining. It's entertainment, no doubt. So check that out. Tuesday, February 13th, 7:30 p.m. I will always try to schedule shows at 7:30 p.m. Central unless the guest needs something different, and then we'll switch it up. Otherwise, we'll always do the 7:30 p.m. Central. Hit some comments real quick for a hop off. Jay, appreciate your questions tonight, man. Appreciate that. Seriously, those are some good questions. So thank you. You know, I see you online being active as well. So keep doing what you're doing. All these athletes appreciate it as well as leagues. So thank you, sir. Appreciate Mike G for being on tonight and asking as well, just interacting. Thank you, sir. But yeah, we'll have the next show Saturday night, and then we'll have the UFL Insiders Tuesday. And then I'll kind of schedule out from there and put everything out. But always a pleasure, guys. Appreciate you listening. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. I had to. I think I covered everything. It's been a long day for me, so appreciate you listening again. Thank you. Check us out Saturday night, and then Tuesday night we'll be back. Check out alternativefootballnetwork.com. That's my baby. We've got a lot of things going, a lot of different people writing and partners contributing, and it's a good time. So check it out. Check out their work. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube as well. Instagram's kind of lame. I just started that this year, so hopefully that picks up, but it is what it is. And anyway, that's it for me. I'm out. It's been fun. It's been real. Like I said, it's real fun. I'm done with that joke, seriously. All right, I'm out, guys. Take it easy. Be safe.
Go hard, go home, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go home, touchdown like an end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me